All right, we're slipping into watch mode, and you guys may or may not have seen this video on your Facebook feed over the weekend. If you were paying attention, you definitely did. 23 million people and counting have watched it. A video that shows how a group of Texas high school cheerleaders commemorated the anniversary of 9/11. They performed a dance routine set to God Bless the USA and included excerpts of audio from news reports on that tragic day. Take a look.
Planes into the towers of 1 and 2 World Trade Center. A third plane crashed into the Pentagon. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life. Very worried, very scared. We will do whatever is necessary. Just my children and my wife. Protect America and Americans.
That routine is stirring up a lot of controversy, and you guys are weighing in. Taylor says Lumberton cheerleaders need their props for the 9/11 tribute, but not everyone agrees. Whitney J. tweeted, "I do not find the cheerleaders' routine to the sounds of 9/11 to be very tasteful at all." I'm joined now by Danielle Hunter, the Lumberton High School cheerleading coach, and some of the ladies from the Lumberton High School cheer squad. Danielle, I want to start with you. What prompted Lumberton High School to take this on as a tradition? Because I know it's been going on since 2002.
Yes, and it's actually gone on even before that. In '87, they started a tribute for Veterans Day. And so after 2002, that was after 9/11, they also began to pay tribute to 9/11 as well.
Right, and in particular, I understand you guys are zeroing in on first responders and sort of the efforts that they made, and that's the people that you were looking to pay tribute to?
Absolutely. We actually had local police department and fire department and EMS present at the assembly.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, I want to read for you an excerpt, and this comes from a son of a first responder, because as we know, this has been something that not everybody has been in support of. And he writes, "The tragedy of 9/11 has no place in a cheer routine, period. Somersaults and applause after listening to voice recordings of victims trapped in a burning skyscraper. This is a disgrace on so many levels." How does that make you feel hearing that, Danielle?
Well, I know that what I teach my girls, and we take it very seriously, and we remind them every single day that we are practicing that this is purely for honoring and remembering 9/11 victims. And it's not about us performing or even about what we can do. It's just to acknowledge what happened that day, and it's our way of remembering.
Right, and one of your girls, obviously, who is the cheer captain, is there right now, Abby Twiddell. Abby, I'm going to come to you in a second, but I want you to take a look at some more footage of you guys performing, specifically the tail end of one of your performances. I want to commend you guys on obviously what looks like a really technically difficult routine, at least to someone like me. But what I wanted to zero in on was the positive support. I mean, you can hear the crowd cheering. Abby, I mean, have you ever performed this outside of school is my first quick question.
We have not performed it outside of school, just in front of our school and the community that comes to the pep rallies.
Okay, so I'm curious, obviously members of the community are a part of that pep rally as well. Have you guys ever in person experienced any of the less than positive feedback that seems to be going on right now out there while performing?
No, not really, but we just try and pay attention to all the positivity and leave out all the negativity because we know why we did this routine. Our coaches have reminded us every day.
Yeah, certainly seems like you guys have your hearts in the right place. No question about that. Now, everyone on the team, Abby, including yourself, was really young when 9/11 actually happened. Is it challenging for you guys to connect emotionally to the routine or to the event?
No, I think that our families and everyone's explained to us really good about what it is and exactly so we know what happened, so we connect to it pretty well.
Yeah. Danielle, I'm going to come back to you now. There's a comment that we found while scouring Twitter that read as follows. "I'm just going to conclude from watching this awkward idea that 9/11 represents something different to people who directly experienced it versus the people who didn't." Now, Danielle, if you guys were to encounter a lot of this sort of feedback, is it something that you would ever consider opening up a dialogue with some of these folks or even changing the routine maybe so that everybody could be in support of it?
You know, when I was reading a lot of the comments, one of the negative things that I read was that they liked the routine, but they didn't like when we performed with the voiceovers while those were being played. And so I think I can understand that, and that's something that I would probably consider.
That's awesome. Well, listen, Danielle, Abby, I want to thank all of you guys for taking the time out of your day to join us today. I can certainly tell you that there's no question that you guys have your hearts in the right place, and we certainly appreciate you being on the show with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.